Hi, cities. How are you doing? Welcome to Nine Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, a black woman dropped this comment on video, and she started by saying, "I heard Asheville was a sundown town. That Lynn and Shane, people that look like me on the regular. You definitely will say it on the screen. I just cut this because you're not ready. Yeah. So the person responding that the town is like 12% black and it voted blue in the last election and all that. And I am going to ask this, and I really do hope that my people in that Asheville are really safe. I hope they are safe, right? And like I keep saying, and I say it again, I sympathize with everybody going through it, and I hope you all get help, and I hope my own people also get help. But now I'm trying to tell me that I mean, like maybe we should put ourselves, or black people should put themselves in your shoes over what happened, that they all deserve help and all that. But I am going to ask this: do you people lean and chin people in Asheville? I want to ask this. Did you people do that? Now, let me tell you, I see a lot of them making videos trying to make black people, because some of them are even directly, like, telling black people that they should put them there. I mean, like, put yourself in our shoes so you understand how we feel over what is going on and a hurricane that happened. Black people literally have been in that shoes. Like, they have gone through all this for the past how many years and still going through it. Let's get into this.
So first of all, not only is Asheville not a sundown town, it's 12% black and it voted blue in the last election. And also, it's important to know that sundown towns are not synonymous with the South. In fact, there are plenty of sundown towns in the Midwest. There's a sundown town in California. It's argued that there may be more sundown towns in the Midwest than in the South. So my question for you now is, are the people of North Carolina now worthy and deserving of your help? Since we have now proven ourselves, does that mean that we no longer deserve to be victims of government incompetence and lack of caring? Are the people of North Carolina now worthy and deserving of your help?
First, I want to start out with saying you have my deepest sympathy. I'm from Texas, Houston, and we just survived Hurricane Beryl. My house was the hardest hit on the street. We went 15 days without any lights and I lost everything. My house is still, by the federal government, considered inhabitable. Okay, I'm very sorry. I also understand what you are going through right now because I'm black in America. And where I live, in one of the largest cities in the world, we had to fight to have healthy food sources in our neighborhoods. Being black in America on a local, state, and federal level, we are forced to live in food deserts. We understand what it feels like to not know where your next meal is coming from, and we also understand what it feels like to go hungry. And right now, because you are going through this, and people are sometimes less articulate than they could be and sensitive, you're missing the message. I guarantee you there have been black people chased out of your fucking town and told to never come back there again. I know it's happened because it happens in every town, no matter how big or how small, to black people in America. What is happening to you right now happens to black people. It's not happening to you because you're black. It's happening to you because you're poor. The people of Appalachia are poor. And black people have been trying to tell poor European Americans that this government doesn't give a fuck about you either. But they weaponize the implicit biases inside of you against us. And as long as they can make you believe that we are the reason that you don't have, you will stay angry at us and you won't pay attention to them, disregarding all of us and picking the shit out of our pockets. It doesn't matter, Democrat or Republican, they all do it. To black people in America and to poor people in America. We have been trying to sound the alarm. We have been trying to have these conversations with you all. Malcolm X tried to have this conversation, and when he started to get through to poor European Americans, the government really got concerned. Because if we all link up, they're in trouble. So when people say to you that there is this white supremacist legacy coming out of the Carolinas, let's not pretend like it's not true. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that what you're going through, you shouldn't be going through. But we have been trying to have this conversation with poor European Americans, and you are watching it unfold again in a bigger way. We can't live like this. We've made a decision that we're not going to. But as long as poor European Americans are satisfied with just knowing that black people in America are doing worse than them, none of us will do as well as we should. Godspeed to you. I truly hope that relief comes your way very soon.
I am so fucking pissed. This goddamn blue government, I am so sick of their shit. They controlled the climate. They made that fucking hurricane on purpose. North Carolina is sitting on a lithium gold mine.
Remember when we were talking about Project 2025 and I told you guys that part of the plan is to fire all of the federal employees? And then they would bring in MAGA loyalists to work those jobs. Remember, I told you that the Heritage Foundation started recruiting at the Iowa Fair. They had a booth set up. Well, individuals like her, number one, they vote. They're going to make sure they vote to get Trump back into office. And two, people like her, deranged individuals like her, they are MAGA loyalists. They are beholden to Trump. People like her are on those lists to work for the federal government.
They controlled the climate. They made that fucking hurricane on purpose.
I fucking hate it here, man. Y'all don't understand. Y'all have no fucking idea how truly disgusted I am with this fucking timeline. I hate this fucking timeline. I hate it. I have been fighting against stupid since I opened this app for the very first time. And I am losing. My battle against stupid, I am losing. I am losing. I fight every day against the dumbing down of America. Not for me, but for the generations that come behind me. I do. I don't want my kids or my grandkids to grow up in a dumbass country. I don't. I promise you I don't. I fight for your kids not to have to grow up in the stupidest country on the face of the earth, which also just so happens to have the most nuclear weapons and the most expensive military on earth. Dumb people in charge of mutually assured destruction level weapons should not be. I have been fighting my ass off, and I'm losing. I am losing the battle. I'm man enough to admit that. I am losing the battle against stupid. I am. I can't fight this. I cannot fight this. This is a confession right now. This woman just sat here and said that the Democrats controlled the hurricane. And I got nothing. I got nothing. I make jokes because I don't have anything else in me. I don't. I am fighting my ass off. And I'm not the only one. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the only one. And I'm not giving up in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I just have to be honest. The battle against dumb, it's tiring. It is tiring work. It is Sisyphus. I am constantly seeing some stupid shit. And I'm going, got to talk about it. Got to put it out there. That's dumb. Don't say that. That's just levels of stupid you shouldn't have. And literally, once I fight it, once I put the information out there about how dumb it is, something else will happen. And that boulder just rolls right back down the hill. I am losing this battle. I am losing it. And I know if I stop fighting and just let the wave of dumbass wash over me, my grandkids will be paying for it. Your kids will be paying for it. The world's children will be paying for the level of dumb we allow in this country. I hate this timeline. I hate it. In my soul, I hate it. I fucking hate it. It is the most ridiculous, asinine, stupid, ignorant fucking thing I could possibly imagine. I use profanity because it's either profanity or tears, and I'm not going to cry for something like this. I'm just going to keep fighting. I'm going to fight with arrogance. I'm going to fight with assholism. I'm going to fight with a level of you fucking idiot that you have never seen. I'm calling people dumb to their face, on lives, on videos, wherever I can get my damn hands on. Because I'm not letting this, I am not letting this country go down like this. The level of stupid in this country is toxic, not just to us, but to the entire world. Stupid, heavily armed, and arrogant. We cannot allow all those three things to be in the same place at the same motherfucking time. But I'm telling you, it is soul crushing having to live with people who you don't even know who's been affected by that dumbass. That woman put that video out there in fucking 4K to where every cell phone that has Wi-Fi or internet or whatever can open up TikTok and watch it. Every time I see something like this, this is the picture that I picture. This is all I see. Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
I am so fucking pissed. This goddamn blue government, I am so sick of their shit. They controlled the climate. They made that fucking hurricane on purpose. North Carolina is sitting on a lithium gold mine.
To begin, there's no such thing as a lithium gold mine, and that's just the first of my reservations. You know, there are those of us who have a rudimentary understanding of how the world works. Like, take me, for instance. My dad's an engineer and used to take me to work with him, and he taught me stuff. Simple things like, in order to get work done, that takes energy. In order to make something, that takes energy. And the amount of resources it would take to not only create a hurricane, but control its direction would be insurmountable. That is simply not possible with the technology we have today. Not only would it take massive amounts of energy, but you would need a large mechanism to do it. One that would be obvious to everyone. Because it would be huge. Death Star level huge. And that's just the size of the mechanism. You'd have to construct it first. And then there would be all the energy it would take to power it. Where is that going to come from? A lot of you lack that simple, fundamental understanding of how things work, and it really makes it difficult for those of us who do, especially with something like this that's just... People like me see something like this and find it so egregious that we can't let it exist in the world without being challenged. And it exists because some moron went online and wrote this, and then you read it and thought, that sounds plausible. And you did that because you felt you needed one more excuse to explain why you vote the way you do and why you hate the people you don't vote for. You're essentially voting for a fairy tale, not a particularly good fairy tale, but you guys are fond of the author because you wrote it. Because we don't believe in that fairy tale, you think that we're sheep, because we don't believe the Democrats built a giant weather-changing machine. Well, anyway, this has been Doc for Diesel Punk Industries. Thanks for watching, and as always...
So this is all I got from this video. It's really getting crazy and all that. I mean, just from nowhere, really, I wish nothing like this ever happened. I mean, the disaster that happened, because I know this is going to trend for more than another week, or it's been days already, and my brain is spinning. Like anywhere you open, it's Hurricane Helena, like trending. And like I said, I feel bad for what happened. It is not my making. I mean, it's a natural disaster that happened, right? And so far, everybody's working hard. People are also individually trying to donate, and government doing the best they can do. And the list of the people that also voted for the list of their people that also voted because they do not want to contribute anything to the people that are affected also came out online. Some of your representatives, not me, right? People are getting mad. People are saying it is from the blues, like the blue people decided to do it. Why? Because they know that there is something there. That's why they decided to let a hurricane happen. Like hurricane happen in how many different places, right? And how come? I just don't understand how ignorant some people are. I mean, I've been seeing so many of them ignorantly coming out online to pew something they know nothing about, and that really sucks. I don't know whose family is that. If it's somebody's wife. But yeah, I hope it's not, because I mean, it's disgracing, And also the one that said, okay, yeah, the one that also got my attention was the one that said, I mean, it's actually a Black woman that asked that. I heard Asheville was a sundown town that lynched the Black on the regular, right? That one really got me. So I really don't understand how some people refuse to answer that, and started asking or saying that if you feel that we do not deserve help over what happened, then you all are heartless. The truth is that a majority of the people that live in that Asheville and some other places that they have sundown towns and all that knew what goes on in sundown towns. Why? Because they usually have this visible signage that says something like this should not happen to people that look like me. And I really sympathize with everybody going through it at this point in time, but I am also going to ship in this. Black people also have been through all this, right? And majority of you all do not care, because most of the time when something happens to people that look like me, you all are like, it is not affecting us, or it does not, it's been a while something like this happened, or get over it, and things like that. See, I really hope that some people can see, because this hurricane, it happens all the time, but more will still happen. But I really hope that some people will use this as a teachable moment, right? And also use it as a time to sit back and reflect on what is happening, live, and what could happen to people, what some people are going through, what other people may have passed through. Because some people are already very used to When it is not all about them, they don't care. But when it is all about them, you see them screaming and running around that some people are not speaking up for them, while they do not ever come out to speak up for other people. And some people are asking, because when you see the comment section, you also will see how ignorant people are. Some people are saying, so because there are sundown towns where people were Lyncn and Shane and other, does it mean that people, like, the people in that hometown or people that were affected by what happened does not deserve help? How do you deserve help when you all go out to do some other things to people? How? Sorry, nobody should say that I am being, but this is just the truth. Some will say, do not pay evil with evil. I do not support people to pay evil with evil, and nobody is even paying any evil with evil, right? Nobody did this. Nature did it. So trying to throw shades, or trying to make us feel like we are being, or Black people are not being human enough. I think that is the right word. They are not being human enough to put their shoes in your shoes. They've been in your shoes for how many years? And you all do not care. Just a tiny sign that happened, you all are everywhere screaming around. Some people do not care about what is happening to us or what is going on in that community. And once again, I really sympathize with every one of you that may have lost something, properties, families, all that, I really do sympathize with you. And I hope help comes your way because you all always get help. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.